There are two really specific skills to creating great video content that no one ever talks about. If you're struggling to get comfortable on camera and deliver your message clearly, developing these two skills could change the game. It did for me. Hey, I'm Logan Lyles. I'm a perennial podcast host and journalist turned salesperson turned marketer. After hosting hundreds of video podcast episodes, live streams, and creating video content for LinkedIn for over 5 years, I now help others get over common hurdles to creating more audio and video content themselves. In this video, I want to share with you those two skills you can master to create better video content, the tools I use that help me easily create more video content myself, and a quick example you can use to create your first new video that follows a proven, time-tested template. First, let's talk about those two skills. A few years back, I was going through an online course I'd purchased from a consultant about podcast show development. After watching several of his videos, I realized there were literally zero ums and the very rare jump cut within the videos in the course, and they were often 10 minutes in length or more. I couldn't help but think how I struggled to skip filler words and deliver in one take for a simple 1-minute video, let alone 10 full minutes of recording. That's when that course instructor gave me the best advice I've gotten for creating and delivering great video content. If you want to get really good at delivering on video, hone your writing skills. But I'm sure you've seen someone give a speech or talk on camera where it's obvious that they're reading. Yeah, it brings us to skill number 2. You've got to hone the ability of delivering a script to where you're not just reading it. How do you do this? Well, for better or worse, the answer is pretty simple. It's practice. And as you practice your delivery, you'll also get better at writing scripts because you'll realize you wrote things that you'd never actually say out loud. While we're on it, here's a bonus tip. Other than just putting in the sets and reps, I'd highly recommend following creators on YouTube talking about communication and speaking skills. Vin Jiang is one on YouTube I just can't get enough of. His channel is a treasure trove of practical advice on verbal communication for both on camera and off. We'll link to Vin's channel right below in the video description. Now that you know the two skills to work on that'll help you create better video content, I want to show you a tool I've used for over a year now that makes my script writing and the on-camera delivery so much easier. Now, we all know that high-profile speakers, politicians, folks like that often use teleprompters as the primary tool to deliver from stage and on camera with that exacting precision. But you're probably not planning to use a physical teleprompter for your content creation anytime soon. Plus, if you're like me, using a traditional teleprompter can be downright maddening because it's so tough to get the speed just right. It can be really distracting when you're trying to dial that in. Not to mention, speeding up or slowing down at points in your delivery can be tough when the teleprompter is set to a specific, unchanging speed. That's why I love Speakflow and I use it all the time. Speakflow's AI listens for the words that you speak, matching them to the words in your script, and then it scrolls at the exact pace you're speaking in real time. You can even include notes for yourself in brackets for it to skip those sections. Speakflow also makes it really easy to adjust the positioning of the text on screen, which is handy if you've got a wide screen and you don't want your eyes doing this and going back and forth, giving away that you're reading. If you've never checked out Speakflow before, they've got a free plan that you can take advantage of everything I've mentioned here. I use this tool all the time for my podcast intros, LinkedIn videos, and even live stream or meeting presentations with their handy overlay feature. If you want to create better video content more easily, you really got to check out Speakflow. Again, their free plan comes with no obligation and no ticking trial time bomb. Also, if you've already tried Speakflow, let me know what you think about it in the comments down below. All right, last but not least, as promised, here's that video template that we mentioned earlier. This one comes from my friend Justin Simon. Justin is a seasoned B2B marketer. He's the host of the Distribution First podcast, and the template that he uses is called the AAAA formula. And it's helped Justin drive 43,000 views on YouTube within 134 days on just a single video. Here are the 4 parts to this formula. They all start with A, as you probably could imagine, that you can use when you're writing these video scripts we're talking about for your own content. The first A is attention. You want to grab their attention in the first line. Remember how I opened this video with an attention-grabbing statement aimed at creating curiosity? There are 2 really specific skills to creating great video content that no one ever talks about. Now you're wondering, what is it that no one's talking about? All right, on to step number 2, which is agitation. Agitate the pain that you want to solve. Here, we can also go back to my second line in this exact video as a good example. There, I mentioned how you might be struggling to get comfortable on camera and mentioned how I could relate. The third A is activity. Show them how to solve it. Again, we're going to use this video as an example. It's just too meta. Before sharing the actions to take, I provided a quick list of how you could solve the problem. Not only did this provide a signpost for what would come later in the video by providing this short bullet point list, it gave you a framework for how to digest the rest of this video and the action steps coming later on. All right, the fourth A is action. Tell them how to get the solution. Throughout this video, I've tried to provide payoffs along the way, with more still coming to share how you could take action on the content in this video. But here's the key. We didn't make you wait until the very end to get all the rewards of the video. There were payoffs along the way. I revealed those 2 skills in the first section, mentioned a YouTuber you could follow for improving your communication skills, shared a tool that's improved my own video workflow, and now we're covering a template you can use today. By the way, speaking of action, here are 5 things you can do if you want to use what you learned in today's video right away. Number 1, develop your script writing skills by simply starting to write them in Google Docs. Number 2, practice delivering those out loud, even if you don't hit record. Just the practice of hearing yourself deliver your scripts will help you get better at that delivery, but also it will circle back to help you improving your writing. Number 3, again, follow Vin on YouTube for more practical advice on improving your speaking and communication skills. Number 4, check out that free plan of Speakflow and try it out to make recording your next scripted video so much easier. All right, and number 5, check out that LinkedIn post I mentioned from my friend Justin. It's got a nice graphic outlining his AAAA formula for your next video script. If you use any of the tips in this video to record your next video, I would love it if you dropped a link to that video in the comments section down below so that we can see how you're putting these tips into practice. All right, we'll see you in the next video.